So I have a question for you, man.
Yep.
What makes you Muslim?
I just believe in the Prophet and the Holy Quran.
You believe in the Prophet and the Holy Quran? What makes you believe that, though, is what I'm saying. Like, what makes you so secure in what you believe? You know, people have there's 4,000 different religions in the world. If I was to walk up to a Jehovah's Witness or a Mormon right now, they would all tell me a different thing. They would say, yeah, well, what I believe is the truth. You know what I'm saying?
But that is the truth, though. It was written in Arabic, right? Wasn't it written in Arabic? What is the Bible written in?
The Bible was written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. Those are the original languages.
No, it wasn't.
It was, friend.
No, it wasn't.
That's history, yeah, man.
No, that wasn't. I seen it. What's it called?
Huh?
I seen it. It wasn't written in Arabic.
What was it written in?
Huh?
What was it written in then?
English. You guys have it. You guys.
Well, yeah, brother. That's called a translation. What was the?
Give me the real book then.
That is the real book.
Nah, then you said translation though. I want to see the real one that was written.
First and foremost, listen, man. Just trust me. Just walk with humility right now, because what you're saying don't make any sense. Listen. So there's 66 books that are one. That's the Bible. It's 66 books with over 40 different authors written over a period of 1,500 years. The way that you perceive the Quran is not the same way that Christians perceive what the Bible is. You understand? It's a completely different comparison.
You're telling me Jesus is God?
Yes.
How is he God? Tell me that. All right. Can he make a human being?
Thank you for asking that. Thank you. We'll stay on the point now. So in the Injil, in the Gospel, in John chapter 8, verse 58, Jesus said, before Abraham, I am. He made the claim to be the I am, where God revealed himself to Moses. You guys know Moses, right? When he encountered God at the burning bush. And God told Moses to go and tell the people his name. What was his name? Do you guys know?
No.
He said, I am the I am. And what I'm trying to tell you is Jesus made the claim that he was the I am. He said, before Abraham, I am. And the Jews went to go stone him because of this. They were going to kill him because they're like, who are you to say this? You're only 30 years old. How are you talking about that you were around with Abraham? Like, they didn't understand what he was trying to say, so they're going to kill him for it.
I didn't know how you guys think Jesus is God, though.
Okay.
Tell me that. How did he explain it to me?
He's not the real.
How can he be God?
Okay, so one question at a time. So you're saying you don't understand how Jesus is God.
Yep.
So who defines God?
The people, like the prophet. What's his name?
Yeah. So the God defines himself.
Yep.
Nobody defines that. God defines himself and used prophets to speak. Who you also believe to be a prophet. Who you also believe he doesn't have a human father, right?
Yep.
Jesus. You believe he has no father.
He has no father.
Right?
No.
But here's the thing. In the gospel, in the Injil, which was written down 600 years before Muhammad was even thought of, right? Do you know what Jesus said in John chapter 10, verse 30?
What did he say?
He said, I and my Father are one. Jesus claimed for Yahweh to be his Father plenty of times in the Gospels. And there were many disciples who not only wrote down these manuscripts, but then also died and sealed these manuscripts with their blood for what they seen. They were martyrs, man. The Apostle Paul, the Apostle Peter,
that
right?
Doesn't make him God, though. He was the first human on earth, but he's not God. What do you do? What's it called? Where was he before he came to Earth? Like, what happened to him?
He put off his position in heaven and took on flesh and blood. He humbled himself, taking on the form of a servant, although being in the form of God. That's Philippians chapter 2, verses 5 through 11.
So
it literally says
he humbled himself. How did he humble himself? What did he do to get?
He humbled himself to be like me and you. Me and you are imperfect, right? We've committed sins and iniquities toward the Lord, right? Every single one of us have sinned against God. Every single one of us have turned aside. So Jesus humbled himself to become flesh and blood for you and me in order to die and take the position that me and you deserved in judgment, because we would go to hell for our sin. If you go before a judge, I'll give you an example. If you go before a judge today, and let's say, for instance, you committed murder. Terrible crime, right? And you committed murder against a child, someone super innocent, right?
Yeah.
What would happen to you?
You'd get sentenced to jail, like
for how long?
For life.
For life. There you go. So Jesus said, if you've hated a man, you've committed murder in your heart. Therefore, if has anyone here hated? I know I have. At one point in my life, I've hated somebody.
Yeah.
Because you murdered somebody, now in the eyes of God, now you're deserving of Sheol, hell, right?
Yep.
And I'm trying to tell you is Jesus took the judgment you deserved in hell. That's why he humbled himself. So that way you can no longer say, hey, God, I deserve heaven. But now he says, listen, I did this for you. I loved you so much that I died for you. I paid the wage of sin.
You're saying a whole different thing that it says in the Quran, though. Like what happened to Jesus, how he came down to earth. That's a whole different thing you guys are explaining right now. He didn't humble himself with something else that made him come down.
I hear you.
Yep.
So how many years was the Quran written after the first manuscripts of the disciples, the companions of Jesus?
I'm not sure.
Okay, it was 600 years. It was 600 years.
All right.
Let me ask you something. When did Jesus die? Jesus died right around what? AD 33 to 36, right?
Yep.
The Quran wasn't written till about AD 600 something.
650 years.
652.
There you go. There you go.
652.
Now look up when the first manuscripts of the Bible
Let me see.
were already written. This is what I'm trying to tell you. All these men already believe this, and then one man comes after all these men testified this and claims a different thing. And you can't say the gospel of the Torah has been corrupted because I just showed you in the Quran where it affirmed it. This is an issue for me.
Yeah, according to the Quran, the
Christianity
gospel.
came before Muslims.
Huh?
Christianity came before Muslims.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was between 650 and 656.
Yep.
So
That's what I said,
600
8600 something.
So basically what he's saying is 600 years after the life of Jesus comes Muhammad.
Yeah.
And these people had already known, they walked with Jesus. So you're believing a man who came 600 years later.
Yep.